In the Harris poll, 71% of Americans hang out less than they used to. Why? Could it be that rivalries off the field are tearing us apart? Is it crazy to think a sausage-fueled tailgate party could unite us all? Can't hurt. Keep it juicy out there. Johnsonville, official sausage of the SEC.
Paying extra for tire care is BS. You know, bad service. So at Midas, we're rolling out our BS-free tire guarantee, included with paid installation and tax on every purchase. You'll pay nothing for flat replacements, nada for flat repairs, and zilch for tire rotations every 5,000 miles. That's $0 for all that. So with this limited lifetime tire guarantee, you'll pay a whole lot of nothing compared to what the other guys charge for tire care. That's the BS-free tire guarantee, only at Midas.
This is Paul Feinbaum. That'll do it for me today. Coming up next, The Drive with Wes Neighbors and Steve Moulton on 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
From the University of Alabama, this is Crimson Tide Today. It's a daily update on Moulton Sports, and it's brought to you by Guthrie's, America's original chicken finger restaurant and a proud partner of the Alabama Crimson Tide. For more information, visit Guthrie'sChicken.com. Hello again, everybody. I'm Roger Hoover. Here are post-game thoughts from Alabama head coach Kalen DeBoer after the Crimson Tide picked up a 56-0 win against Eastern Illinois.
It's good to get a lot of guys out there today, and of course, get the win and just a good week of practice. Good locker room downstairs. Excited about a few things. One, getting a lot of guys on the field. Had some shout outs to some of the walk-ons in particular who put in a lot of work. Guys who got some stops and put the ball in the end zone. And then just looking ahead too. To the excitement of what lies ahead with the Iron Bowl and the opportunities that are in front of us. And so. A lot of the things that we would just have goals for are all there. And, the things we set out to do at the beginning of the season or even way back in January, right in front of us. So go attack it. And I know we're going to do that. But
I'll have more in a moment.
This year, we honor the most important anniversary ever. An event that reshaped civilization as we know it. A day that would lead to something so flawless that nothing could ever really compare. People have tried to match it, but have failed. This year, we celebrate the 60th anniversary of Guthrie's, the home of the original chicken finger. Just talking about it gets me all choked up. And hungry for a chicken finger. Guthrie's, an original obsession for 60 years.
Join us tonight for Crimson Tide Rewind, live from Baumhauer's Victory Grill in Vestavia Hills at 6 p.m. Central. You can listen on our full radio network and the Varsity Network app, with a replay available on the Alabama Insider podcast. Crimson Tide Today is brought to you by Guthrie's. Crimson Tide Today is a production of the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
I'm attorney Gary Lackey. I know your accident is the real thing, and they happen to real people.
I'm attorney Justin Lackey. There's a lot of talk right now about bigger, but when you've had a wreck, is bigger better?
I'm attorney Jennifer Lackey. Do you want to be just a case number?
With offices in Huntsville and Scottsboro, we take the time to help.
The Lackey Law Firm. The Lackey Law Family. 1-800-4-RIGHTS.
No representation is made that the quality of the legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
At Mr. Sparky, we're America's on-time electrician. Flickering lights and hot switches can be annoying, but they can also signal a major problem, or worse, an electrical emergency. So play it safe and leave it to the experts at Mr. Sparky. Trust our team of professional, clean, and friendly electricians. We'll get it done right and get it done safely.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Independently owned and operated, licensed in the respective state or county.
John Abraham here with Bobcat of Huntsville. Men, the season is upon us. This is what all the playbooks have prepared us for. But here, there's no need for a 3-4 defense because we're not talking about the football season. We're talking about the get-done season. Starting August 13th, Bobcat of Huntsville will have a full line of steel products for you to throw at those jobs you've been putting off until now. So put away those fantasy draft notes and pick up the tool you've been waiting for because it's time to get it done. Bobcat of Huntsville, run off of Highway 20 in Madison.
The Drive with Wes Neighbors and Steve Moulton. Weekdays from 5 to 7 p.m. Only on 97.7 ESPN, The Zone. WCZN, Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. 97.7 ESPN, The Zone. This hour is brought to you by Woody Anderson Ford, Alabama's F-150 Superstore. Welcome to The Drive with Wes Neighbors and Steve Moulton. Call into the Neighbors Wealth Management Hotline, 256-576-4977.
That's how I roll. And I'm not going to drink and drive anymore.
That's 256-576-4977. Now, here's Wes and Steve.
We are live here at Woody Anderson Ford. Good way to start off Iron Bowl week, getting you ready for the 90th Iron Bowl coming up on Saturday. And really, the scenario is this. I've got all the scenarios in front of me for the SEC football championship game. Alabama, win and they're in.
Win and you're in.
Win and you're in. Pretty simple. Pretty simple. How are you?
It's simple, except for those Tigers down there lying in wait for us.
Yes, they are.
Yes. And, you know, they haven't played many four-quarter games.
Mm-hmm.
They did last week, so they might be peaking at the right time. But Alabama has a better team, right?
I don't think anybody will disagree with that.
Yeah, so you got to go down there and make your plays.
Yep.
And not turn the ball over.
The
only games they've lost are games they've lost turnover battle. And if they do, so you know, and Auburn has some guys that can make some plays on offense and defense.
Yeah.
So, but overall, I mean, I think Alabama is the most. I said they'd have 3 losses, and they will end up with 3 losses, at least 3 losses, because I don't think they're going to win the national championship. So even if they win Saturday and win the SEC, they're going to end up with at least 3 losses. But the reason I thought they'd have 3 losses is not the reasons that I think they're going to end up with 3 losses.
Yeah,
the defense was what I didn't think.
Okay,
this is the most improved I've ever seen a defense from preseason to now.
Janse Pierre
with the 3 injuries. 3 of the basic injuries they have of starters.
Yeah.
And with 41 from Colorado,
Hill Green,
he's who knows he's going to be a high draft pick before it's over with. I mean, he's improved so much since then. Janse Pierre, who is Upshaw's nephew. I mean, Courtney Upshaw, and they play alike right now.
Yeah.
You know, and just the improvement on the defense. Now, I'm saying this to say, you know, Auburn looked like the best they've looked all year on offense. Of course, they're playing a team, but the team, Mercer was 9-1.
Yeah.
So
they hung with them.
And they also played very good against Vanderbilt on offense.
They did.
So it's going to be interesting. But now they're on tape. So it's going to be interesting to see.
It's going to be a little different because you're going to go back to Ashton and not play. I would assume they're not going to play.
But you can only practice so many plays with the offensive line and stuff.
Yeah.
The key to this game, again, is turnovers.
Yeah.
Whoever loses the turnover battle more likely to lose the game. And Alabama can't go down there and miss a bunch of field goals. You go back and you look at the kick 6, Alabama missed 5 field goals in that. You know, and you know, I'm to me, you should never boo a player. You can boo the coach, right? If he's not going for it and you think he ought to be going, I don't, because it's all subjective, right? But
so you got a problem booing a kicker?
Yeah, I thought, but the head coach handled it better than I've ever heard it handled.
Yeah.
I mean, he did. I mean, he just said, "Hey, you know."
He was asked about it again today.
Yeah, I mean, and they're going to keep asking about it.
Yeah,
and he's supposed to be leaving. He's going every year. Alabama's coach leaves on the off week before the Auburn game. Coach Saban was leaving every year. He's getting an NFL job. He was going to.
That's pretty good.
I mean, it's the truth. Is it not?
Yeah.
Now he's getting. Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. So every year in the off week before the Auburn game, the coach is always leaving.
I heard on the subject of that, there was a couple of press conferences that made me think of Coach Saban rants today. And let's see here. One of them came from Kirby Smart as some clean old fashioned hate. will take center stage coming up on Friday. And last I checked, Georgia is a favorite by how many? Georgia is currently a 13.5-point favorite.
Yeah, and I'd bet Georgia. I'm telling you, I'd bet Georgia in this game. I think Georgia Tech's played their best ball.
Kirby was asked about, last year's 8 overtime game.
Yeah.
Don't understand that question. Sorry. The teams are trying to win the game regardless of what happened last year. I don't know what 8 overtimes would make people want to win it more or less this year. I assure you they want to win the game just as much as we do, regardless of the outcome last year.
I agree with all that. I mean, it's just the questions are asked. Some of the questions are asked are by people that have never played the game before, and they don't understand what all goes into the preparation and the fact that these kids have been working since January of last year on the year with these games in mind. So
here's the other part, and I really want to start with this is from September of 2013 from Nick Saban.
Personally and also the team.
I've already answered it 3 times. So who else wants it? Can we get in a line and everybody ask the question?
Okay.
Yeah.
So that channeled to.
So I want to get some after you do this.
Okay. Right after I play that, here is Lane Kiffin, front and center. This is about 10 minutes into the press conference.
Lane, just because of the ambiguity, I was just curious when Key says expects a decision on Saturday, is that a decision that's been made or is that still in consideration? Like, people are just curious about that.
Yeah. So, I mean, you can just keep going. I'm not going to answer them. So that's 3 of them. You got another one?
I want you to, if you get a chance, I want you to play, and you might not be able to do it today, what Coach Saban said about Lane leaving.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
And then I want you to, what's being reported to me is that Coach Saban has told Lane he needs to go to LSU, which all makes sense because LSU was reporting that Coach Saban was coming to LSU because he was talking to Verge so much.
Okay.
So, and him and Verge, who's now the athletic director at LSU, are good friends and talk a lot.
That's interesting.
What I've been told is all of a sudden Florida's out of the picture and it's LSU. Of course, you go to their site, you go to the LSU site, they say Kiffin's coming for sure. You go to Florida site, they say he's coming to Florida for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So, obviously, I don't think he's staying at Ole Miss. I hope he does. I wish he would.
Let's see.
Because he's turning – what he doesn't realize is he's turning Ole Miss into these teams.
He is.
Okay. But I think the reason he's going is what's being reported. They're going to pay him $13 million a year. And they're giving him $25 million for
Chris
NIL.
Lowe reported that over the weekend.
For NIL.
Yeah.
So that's what he's worried about is, this year's team is smoke and mirrors. For them to win 11 games, which they haven't done yet.
Last year's team was better.
Yeah, 100%. I think he's coached better this year as far as managed, because in all those games, that's well documented what I said. If he kicks his field goals early, he wins all those games.
Mm-hmm.
So, but if you listen to what Coach Saban said versus I think he's going to LSU. And
this is 8 years ago before the Peach Bowl. Remember, anyway, here's the statement on Lane Kiffin leaving for Florida Atlantic.
I know you're going to ask me about Coach Kiffin, so I'll just go ahead and make a statement about that. Lane's done a phenomenal job for us for the last 3 years. We appreciate the impact that he's made on this program. We think that this is a wonderful opportunity for him to get to be a head coach again, and I think FAU has selected someone that is going to do a great job for them, and he's done a great job here molding our offensive players to what they could do to have the best chance to be successful. And I think that's always something that's very telling about the quality of a coach. So Lane will stay here and serve as offensive coordinator through our playoffs. So we're pleased for him. But anything else that is said about this, I think, Florida Atlantic University ought to have the opportunity to do that. They've made a great hire, and I think that should be up to them.
Was that what you were?
No, I'm talking about what he said this past week. About Lane Kiffin. And
you talking about on game day?
And he's talking about the schedule needs to be changed, all that. But if you listen closely, he's giving you all the reasons Lane's going to LSU instead of on Florida.
Well, we do need to take a timeout. It is a Monday. It is Iron Bowl week, but Coach Jerry Glanville is set to join us on the other side. I'll try to cue that up as best I can.
He got 7 colleges, 7 pro teams, right?
He's prepped and ready to go.
He's ready to go.
Live here at Woody Anderson Ford. We'll be right back.
You're listening to The Drive with Wes Neighbors and Steve Moulton on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
It's early Black Friday at Woody Anderson Ford, and that means loads of incentives that make owning or leasing an award-winning Ford that much easier. Hello, I'm Don Wessels, and let's talk Ford owner loyalty first. If you currently own a Ford, you'll get a $1,500 bonus on 25 Bronco Sport and 25 Explorer, plus a $1,000 bonus on 25 F-150, no trade-in required. Happen to own a Bronco Sport competitor, you'll get a $2,000 bonus. Same for Conquest Cash on 25 Bronco and Explorer. Plus, get 0% financing for 60 months on select Fords, including 25 F-150, Explorer, Escape, and more. And you'll make no payments for 90 days with approved credit. Woody Anderson Ford also has 0 down leases on our most popular models, and they come with 2 years of premium complimentary maintenance. Hurry though, these early Black Friday offers end November 29th. It's a smart time to buy. Woody Anderson Ford. Hope to see you soon.
Don't you wish that you had some secrets to help you get an edge on your business competition? Wouldn't it be great if someone could solve challenges at your company that you don't have the time or expertise to fix on your own? You know, there is a solution. Higher Echelon is a world-class consulting firm based in Huntsville that trains employees in sports psychology secrets to drastically improve work performance. Founder Dr. Joe Ross is retired Army who played and later coached for the cadets and has put that experience to good use. Higher Echelon helps organizations shave hundreds of hours off work time by improving processes, and Higher Echelon helps organizations save and make more money by walking them through technology updates and implementations. You don't have to go it alone, and you don't have to stay stuck. Higher Echelon is a trusted partner in organizational excellence. Go to higherechelon.com. That's HIGHERECHELON.com today to take your company to the next level. Go higher. And go Army.
Your customers deserve the best, and so do you. You invest in your customers with your heart, soul, and skill. Well, it's time to invest in yourself with the next generation Cat 255 compact track loader from Thompson Tractor. After all, those who give their best deserve the best, and this machine has it all. With features that include a more powerful engine, tri-axle truck loading capabilities, a spacious cab, and a smooth ride for all-day comfort. Best of all, now Thompson Tractor is making that investment even better with our Workhorse Special. Get 0% financing for 36 months on the purchase of a new Cat 255 compact track loader that comes with a 3-year warranty. You also get a 74-inch bucket and 1,000-hour filter kit. Great news! This offer is now extended through the end of December. Visit ThompsonTractor.com for details. Thompson Tractor. We're here for you.
At Stella at 5 Points, living isn't just about having an apartment, it's about living artfully. Imagine waking up with the upscale feel of Atlanta or Nashville right here in the heart of Huntsville. Modern, stylish apartments, open layouts, stainless steel appliances, and resort-inspired amenities. Nestled in vibrant 5 Points, you'll enjoy walkability, parks, dining, and quick access to downtown without the chaos. Stella at 5 Points. Live artfully. Live Stella.
This segment of The Drive is brought to you by Woody Anderson Ford, located online at woodyAndersonFord.com with 2 locations, Hughes Road in Madison and Jordan Lane in Huntsville.
I might fall from a tall building. I might roll a brand new car.
Back here at Woody Anderson Ford, if you're in the market for a new or used vehicle, be it a police car, it's right here at Woody Anderson Ford, which leads us right into our first guest out of the gate, which is, I'm telling you, I'm getting more and more feedback. People are loving hearing you, Coach Glanville, and I hope you're doing well.
Well, I was thinking about telling Wes, there he is at Woody Anderson Ford. Go see. My board is so full of knowledge. Tell Woody we need another hour of sponsorship. And I can remember when Wes was in Houston, and he had to turn on his air conditioning in the cop car, and he blew his water pump. Well, I had my cop car down in Miami Beach, and I turned the air on, Wes, and I blew my water pump just like you did 100 years ago. If you two won't mind, just do a go for me. It was $249.
Oh, man.
Man.
When you
Are
were
you ready for college football first, or you want to do pro?
Whichever you want to do, Coach, we're ready to go.
Okay, I started off college. If you saw my board, you two would flip. I had Oregon at USC.
Okay.
Well, there's nobody that ever lived in the Deep South that gives a damn about either one of them. But that's who I had on TV.
Okay.
So I turned on the television, and for the first half, it was Bula officiating. All these college coach officials thought we were watching to watch them. Well, they finally quit that and let them play the second half. And I got to tell you, the USC head coach should be an offensive coordinator. His offense, he's got a good mind. They know what to do. They know how to play. They know how to move the ball, but they don't play defense. And they're not physical. But schematically, he gets people open. So it reminds me of a guy at Ole Miss. Anyway, I know none of your listeners care about that game, so we're going to move on to Arkansas, Texas.
Ooh, okay.
Okay. Did y'all watch it?
A little bit.
Okay. Arkansas, they're 0-6. They're 2-8, 0-6 in the conference. You know, they can't beat anybody. And Manning went off. Everybody thought Manning was going to be a great quarterback. Wow, did he play? Did you see the quarterback run from about the 5-yard line?
I did not. I missed that play, but I saw it on a highlight.
He got the ball to run it. And in 5 yards, West, he made 5 cuts. He made everybody miss him. I would have liked to see him try to run over somebody, but he's too pretty to run over somebody. So he dodged them all, and he got himself in there. By the way, he caught a touchdown pass, made a real good catch.
Yeah, that was a good catch.
Yeah,
that was a good catch. That reminded me of West when you did the long snap on the punt, and I had to go get it.
High point the ball, right? You got to high point the ball.
Now, what happened? What happened in that game that it became a blowout? Well, if the Y off, and I don't know what you call them, H-back, the tight end's off the line, and he was to the boundary, Arkansas contained it. There's no play. If the tight end was off to the strong side with a slot, and Wes, you see this, there's no run force. There's nobody to turn it in. You and me could have had 100 yards. Well, 50 yards. Well, 25 yards anyway.
Yeah, so there's nobody to contain. He was inside the tight end?
Outside to the field. When
to
they
the field, yeah.
With tight end off the tackle. Now, they put the tight end off the tackle weak, and they run forced it. But they didn't on the strong side. So Arkansas is sitting at home saying, I wonder why we getting fired. We getting fired because you got no run force to the slot with the Y off.
Well, then nobody ever picks that up on film, do they?
No.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness. You know, I've watched Arkansas coach all year, and they've been in most of the games and had leads in most of the games. They're awful in the fourth quarter. Against Ole Miss, they were driving the ball, fumbled.
Yeah.
All they needed a touchdown to win. They were only down by 6. Against Memphis, all they needed is a field goal to win a game.
Fumble
the ball.
Wow.
Which I don't think that game they shouldn't have been running the ball.
Yeah.
They were already in field goal. They need to run the clock out, down the ball, and kick it.
Yeah.
They fumbled on the 25.
Well, the things you just said there have died and left football. You just said something that makes sense that nobody does anymore. Run the clock, kick the field goal, go home.
Yes.
How many times has that been abused this year? Somebody should get arrested. Somebody needs to go to jail. Okay, then I flipped over to Vandy, Kentucky.
Ooh.
And let me tell you about Kentucky. Kentucky takes great pride in being physical, and West, they're not gonna win the SEC, but they're gonna battle you and hit you and knock you around. So Vandy was answering punch for punch. So at the halftime, when they got in a big fight before they could get in the locker room, and the poor announcer said, "Well, they seem a bit chippy." This ain't chippy. This is who hits who in the mouth last. I love that game. And I got big. I'm on board, huge. Vandy quarterback. How do I say it? Pavia? How's he say his name?
Diego Pavia.
Pavia. I think he may be the next Baker Mayfield. He runs like Baker Mayfield. He throws deep. I think he's crazy. I watch Baker. We'll get to that later. Baker Mayfield doesn't know you're allowed to slide. Never going to slide. Never going to do it. This Vandy quarterback is so much fun to watch. I think he's changed Vandy football more than anybody ever could have done.
Oh, that's 100%. You're so absolutely right. Here's the thing, Coach. You know that they have 25 players that are 6-year players on their team.
I like that.
I mean, hell, half of they're all of them halfway to Social Security.
You know what? You give me a carload of 28 players playing against 18-year-olds, we gonna win.
Exactly. There's no doubt. So but how smart has their? I mean, they're from everywhere. They're from Hawaii. One guy played at Hawaii. 99, the defensive tackle. Yeah, I didn't watch the game, but I'm sure he was in the backfield. He's in the backfield most every game I watch, once or twice. And they're tough and they're fighters. I mean, and you know, they've been in a lot of close games and pulled them off. And it's going to be interesting this next one. Tennessee has a good football team, and they're playing really good right now.
Tennessee's a 3-point favorite.
I'm going to get to Tennessee, but I wrote down, because of where I live, I had Michigan, Maryland playing.
Okay.
And I looked at it and I said, who cares? Who cares? So Michigan, Maryland, I got to thinking, that's like a bag of M&Ms. Just get a handful and move on. So I moved on that game. I didn't watch much.
I like it. A lot of people agreeing with you, Coach.
Yeah, a lot of people shaking their heads right now.
Yeah.
Then I'm watching. I see North Carolina Duke, and I thought, are you ready? I'm going to give you. We're going to reveal information that no radio station in the history of the world will. When Belichick took the North Carolina job, the only words that were told to him was beat Duke.
Yeah. He had
nothing else was said.
Yeah.
Well, did he beat Duke? No. Not good.
No.
I think he should probably move his girlfriend in the defense coordinator, and they'd probably do a little bit better. Okay, now Tennessee, Florida. You two are going flip.
Oof.
Tennessee's been going down to Florida, and everybody in Knoxville, I lived in Knoxville, think this is a big rivalry. When you haven't won down there in 22 years, that's not a rivalry. That's a butt kicking. It's no rivalry. In 22 years, you haven't won. So they're going down there to try to break this. And the first time, I got a big star here. Josh Heupel, the great quarterback coach, Heisman Trophy guy, had a total, you're going to die with, 100% commitment to running the football.
Yeah.
And they took the ball out of the athlete's hands at Florida. He ran the football. Steve, I'm not kidding. On third down, on second down, on first. I've never seen him committed to beating you physically and not letting you have the ball. So after 22 years, Somebody went down to the swamp and ran the football.
Yeah. And they couldn't stop him. I mean, that thing was done halfway through the second quarter. You could see it in Florida's body language.
Well, they couldn't get the ball.
Yeah, that too.
You know, they got skill athletes. We've talked about that. And by the way, they're looking for a new coach. You're going to die one of my coaches right now. Anyway, let's move on to Pittsburgh. Why am I looking at Pittsburgh? Their quarterback is a freshman, 17 years old, from Clay High School, which is 10 miles from where I'm sitting here.
Okay.
He just got done playing high school football last year. He beat Georgia Tech by himself.
I couldn't stop watching that game, Coach. It's funny you bring that up. I couldn't stop watching that game Saturday night.
Was he a phenom? I feel bad. He had one bad game, and that was against Notre Dame.
Yeah, last week. Yeah.
When I would talk to Coach Bear Bryant, he never said Notre Dame. He only said Notre Dame. So that's the one thing I stole from the Bear. I say Notre Dame just to make people mad like the Bear did. I love that.
Yeah, well, Coach Bryant never beat him. One of the only teams that never beat.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
You now, I'm going to move to pro football, but I can't yet. You know, every year I tell you where a coach is that is doing a good coaching job. One year was that Rule when he was at Temple. One year it was the guy at Cincinnati. I said his team was better than Ohio State. Now, this is for Woody Anderson Ford. This is for a bonus. and let me see. Florida, LSU. Florida, LSU. Who should I go hire? The best coaching job I saw this week was at UNLV against Hawaii. And his name is Dan Mullins.
Yeah.
And Florida fired him. And now he's the best coach I see.
Didn't they fire him? And he had a lot better record than Billy Napier did after 3 years,
Yeah,
right?
he did. Yeah.
I was shocked when they fired him.
I was too.
He's a little bit abrasive. I don't know where he got it from. If somebody suggested something, he probably threw him out of the room. I don't know who else does stuff like that. But he used to coach at Bowling Green State University, 10 miles from where I'm sitting right here. And he was abrasive then. But I only believe my eyes. The worst thing, Pepper Rogers said, you're the only damn coach who only believes what he sees. Well, what I see is a heck of a coaching job going on at UNLV. And I'm going to call Florida and say, I got the guy. If you don't get Kiffin, I got Dan Mullins. They'll say, are you crazy? Well,
So Coach, you go on the Florida site, like I think I did this Saturday. I went on Florida site, and they said that it's done. Lane Kiffin's coming to Florida. And then I went to LSU, see who they're going to hire. And it said, it's done. Lane Kiffin's coming to LSU. Somebody's about to be there's two schools going to be very disappointed.
Well, here's something you'll laugh at. I get the text that we're in good shape at LSU. Saban is pushing Kevin to LSU. I text back. Saban isn't worried about Kiffin or LSU. I know Saban. He's getting ready for the next TV show, and he gets to make a commercial with a duck. Why is he worried about where LSU's going? So I said, whoever's telling you Saban has pushed him anywhere, I would not believe it.
Well, so Saban is good friends with Verge, which is the athletic director.
Yeah.
And that's why that's being reported is that the report is that Kiffin, and normally I would agree, but I'm not sure, Coach, on this. I think if he goes to LSU, because I know he wanted to go to Florida since he's been at Ole Miss. He said that's the only job he lived for in Florida. And I believe it was in his original contract that he could go to Florida if he so got an opportunity to. I'm not sure about that, but somebody's told me that. So
can Ole Miss just not get in the hunt? They're not capable of hunting with the NIL money and that they can't compete.
Yes, I think that is the main thing that he's worried about. Is he knows this team he built this year, they never thought they'd be where they are. they've done a hell of a coaching job, really. They have.
Yeah. Well, they always do.
Yeah, and
Let me say this. Yeah, when he was the OC at Alabama, and they went to Knoxville, Tennessee, and his schematics, his brain, you people probably will remember this. The first play of the game was Alabama, and it was a touchdown. And I could see the motion and see the adjustment, and Kiffin already pointed to the end zone. I was watching. I was in the stadium, and I said, "It's a freaking touchdown," and it was. So schematically, he's like the guy at USC. The guy at USC said, "These two guys can do an offense. They're the June Jones of today."
Yeah, I agree with you totally. Yeah, they're going to be they move the ball every game, and if they ever start out bad, it's a matter of time before he figures it out. I mean, they always adjust, and but I think that that I tell you, I'll give you an example. The safety that made the game-winning play in the Oregon game was it Ole Miss, and they lost him because they couldn't pay him last year. I mean, so you look, and there's Judkins that at Ohio State, same thing.
Yeah,
he left, and they couldn't pay him.
He left Alabama.
No, Judkins
Ole Miss.
left Ole Miss.
Well, he left the state of Alabama.
Well, yeah,
coach.
he's from Montgomery originally. You're right.
Alabama lost a corner though to Ohio State, did they not?
They lost the safety
and quarterback.
Yeah, that's the safety. That's supposedly the best safety in the nation.
I mean, Julian Sayin. I mean,
and the quarterback. Yeah, he's a Heisman Trophy candidate.
He's turned out pretty good.
Yeah, so they're Alabama has people on every roster. The guy that returned the punt for a touchdown for Oregon, he used to be at Alabama.
Wow.
I mean, they're everywhere.
Okay. Get out your pencil and paper, because I know you're going to go. I know Wes. He goes on these personal speaking engagements, and he makes so much money. Here's something nobody's talking about. And every week I say, "Boy, that Texas pass rush. Oh man, Texas has got that running back. Oh man, did you see that receiver?" In the last 2 years, you won't hear this anywhere, guys. Texas has had 23 guys
drafted more than anybody. Yep.
I didn't stutter. 23. You're not coaching college football, Wes. You got a pro team on the field.
Oh yeah, I think all the SEC teams are they have pro like I think the average point spread in these games is 3.5 points.
I think Sarkisian said last week 24 draft picks in the last 2 years.
Yeah.
What would he know? He's not as close to this.
What does he know? What does he
know? He gave me a shout out. They said when he was opening up against Ohio State, "You got to be worried." He goes, "No, I was at Southern Cal. We opened up against Cherry Glambo." He goes, "That'll make you worry." I sent him $20 in case he gets an idea to say something good again.
What's
All right, I'm going to move to pro football. Tell Woody Ford we need 1 more hour. Okay, Woody.
All right.
Woody Anderson Ford, get your cop car there. Here we go. Detroit at the Giants. Okay. The Detroit, I'm going to get mad here. Detroit signed the defensive end Hutchinson for the same kind of money that the guy makes at Cleveland. What's his name?
Myles Garrett.
Miles Davis. He was a great player. He had a great horn.
Smooth.
You can tell I love music.
Smooth.
And the guy that left Dallas and went to where did he go? He left Dallas and went to Green Bay.
Oh yeah, the defensive end.
Oh, that number 11. Yeah.
The best Parsons.
Yeah, Micah Parsons.
Yeah.
So now the Lions give Hutchinson the same money that those two are making. So I say, man, is he that good? I'm going to study him. Now you two don't jump out of your chair. So I turn on to see why are they paying this guy $6 million, and Detroit was running a 3-man rush. I put my foot through the TV, ran off on the porch, and dove into the bushes. Who wants to watch a multimillionaire getting double teamed in the slot back cutting?
What?
Why would you pay a guy to run a 3-man rush?
That didn't make any sense.
It doesn't.
Not unless he can sack the quarterback, but you're not going to be in a double team.
Yeah.
You got 700 pounds in front of you. It's hard to get through that.
Now, I learned something in pro football. If you're playing a team that's been winning, I'm thinking of Detroit, I'm thinking of Philly, I'm thinking of the Kansas City Chiefs. You do not want to go into an overtime with a team that's just been there. Detroit should have got beat. Kansas City should have got beat. Philly should have got beat. But they got to overtime. And then the championship quality comes up. So Detroit's in overtime. They run the ball one time and have a touchdown. Did anybody see the back take off?
No.
Gibbs. All right.
Gibbs.
Well, yeah, no.
He played Alabama too.
I see his stat line. Boy, he did it. I mean, he caught 12 passes. That's impressive.
In overtime, they get the ball. The guy runs it out to the 30-something. They hand it off to Gibbs. This is the first play in overtime. He takes off. He's up the middle. He cuts to the right. He's gone. One play, and they win the game. Awesome. And Winston, how about the quarterback for I think he played University of Miami, right?
No, he played at Florida State.
That's right.
Oh, at Florida
Crab
State.
like you.
He's from Birmingham, Alabama.
He is.
He threw for over 400 yards. He passed. Giants should win. The Giants decide not to kick a field goal. The Giants decide we'll go for it. They don't get it. Detroit comes back and ties it. So today, and then Detroit wins in overtime. Today, the Giants fired the defensive coordinator.
Wow.
And they fired the defensive coordinator. I want to say, what about the guy that didn't kick the field goal?
Exactly.
And be up 6 instead of be up 3. Am I the only guy that knows old-time math? I don't know computers. But if you got 3 and you get 3 more, that's up 6.
That's Jeff Robodine material right there.
I don't understand it either, Coach. I've been watching these teams, and it seems like a lot of the rules have changed for when to go for it, when not to, and I don't understand.
This new analytic book.
I watched South Carolina. They had a chance to go up 5 scores against Texas A&M
the week before.
Went for it, and it was 4th and 1.5. It wasn't like 4th and a half yard or 4th and inches.
They had zero momentum too in the second half.
They could kick a field goal and be up 5 scores. Now, if you play good defense, you can play cover 2 and just play back and make them go down the field slowly. You can. It's hard to make 5. You make 5 first downs. It's hard to make 5 scores in a half.
Yeah.
Well, you run out of time.
Exactly. And they had them. Instead, they went for it, didn't get it.
On downs.
And then 3 plays later, they scored a touchdown, and and they end up winning 31 to 30.
Yeah.
They got beat 31 to 30. They kicked the field goal.
They scored 3 touchdowns in the third quarter.
The whole thing was a mess.
Yeah.
So
okay, here's what I got: the Jets and the Giants, both out of the city. Both where you two want to go retire, New York City.
Yeah.
They both fired their head coaches. They fired the head coaches this season as the season is going on, and I'm here to tell you, both teams are better. There's nothing worse when you get fired and you look over your left shoulder and the team's better without you. The Jets and the Giants are better with their interim head coaches. So, I don't.
And why is that, Coach? Do you think? Do they? I've noticed that as well.
With the Giants, I think the offensive package is much improved to what that coach was doing. I see much improvement on that. The guy that was the head coach used to be he was a little guy with bald head that was
Dable.
Offensive coordinator for Josh
he was at Alabama. He was the offensive coordinator under Saban.
Yeah.
Well, then he went to Buffalo and was with Josh Allen.
Right.
Josh Allen. See, if I could coach Josh Allen for 5 games, I'd get me a head job. Whoever's coaching Josh Allen is going to be a head coach.
Yeah.
If I could have coached Brady, I'd have 3 jobs. It ain't hard to coach those cats, you know. Okay, then I went to the Rams game. Did you stay up late and watch the Rams?
A little bit. I watched a little bit of that.
Okay, I'm shocked at what's happened to pro football. Baker Mayfield takes off running, which he always does. It's 3rd and 6. And 2 people are coming at him, so he goes after both of them and sticks his head in there and scatters both of them. And his left arm goes numb. And that's Baker Mayfield. So this is what's changed in pro football. And Wes was there when we couldn't do this. They take him to the sideline. They take the blue fold-up tent and put over him.
Mm-hmm.
And we used to have to go to the
locker room. Yeah,
Dr. Kane is inside the blue tent. And Dr. Kane, and so he comes out. Now, well, mind you, his left arm was numb, hanging down to his knee. And he handed off the first 2 plays. And my brother said, well, it hasn't worn in yet. In the 3rd play, he threw a touchdown pass. You got to love pro football.
Yeah, they caned it up, didn't they?
Oh, man. We used to have to hustle you to the locker room. Wow.
They come
now,
back.
I got to say this about the Rams. Stafford.
Yeah.
He may make the Rams the best team playing right now, and I hate to say that because I'm not a fan, but I'm a fan of Stafford. And I got to thinking, and thinking will hurt you. And I got to thinking, I said, maybe I got a migraine. What if Stafford was still at Detroit with all the players?
Wow.
When he was at Detroit, he didn't have 2 guys with him.
Yeah.
And nobody can throw the deep ball. Nobody brings out his fast. If you blitz Stafford, you're going to jail because he's going to beat you.
He was 25 of 35 for 273 and 3 touchdowns and no picks. I mean, he's just deadly accurate, and he's getting more accurate even when the pocket is collapsing. That's what me just watching a little bit last night. He can feel it way better than he did early on.
He's been doing it a long time.
Yeah.
What's funny you said that. I saw them do the like you told collapse with a blitz on the backer, and he never took one more step backward. He gunned the slant. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did.
He never.
That's honestly the play I was thinking about. Yeah.
Yeah, everybody else be running backwards. He set his leg and stayed right there and bang!
Yep.
Right on the inside slant.
Yeah.
God, I love pro football. You can watch 10,000 college games. You're not going to get to see.
Yeah, no, that is a significant difference. And the Rams are 9-2, and arguably, I think the best team in the NFL right now.
Well, that's why you make the big money. Great observation, sir. Wes, you'll never make any money.
I know it.
One thing about Wes and me, we got cop cars and we'll die broke.
But now everybody's at least saying Kansas City wins in overtime. You mentioned about overtime, and everybody wants to hop on the Chiefs, and they're 6-5.
Well, here's what I wrote down: Detroit, Kansas City. This time, I wrote down Gibbs at Detroit, Mahomes at Kansas City. Then I underlined overtime. You don't want to go overtime if the other team has a Gibbs or if they got a Mahomes, because I don't care what they've done all day. It's overtime. And these 2 cats make a lot of money for one reason. They can make a lot of plays.
They do make a lot of plays. And I remember 2 years ago when Kansas City was their record was better than it is now, but they were struggling.
Yeah.
Everybody, and then all of a sudden the last 5 games, they just kicked everybody's tail and won the Super Bowl that year.
Yeah.
So I the whole thing about getting into the season is making the playoffs and staying healthy.
Yeah.
Especially now, as many games they're playing. If you can stay healthy and keep your quarterback healthy, you got a half a shot. With Mahomes, you got better than half a shot.
I want to become the man. What do they call the guy that's in charge of the players' union?
I guess just the president of the NFLPA.
Well, not one player does the right thing with the union. I want to become union president. The first thing we do, we go back to 16 games. When you got this many games, it reminds me of Canada. In Canada, we had 18 games and two preseason games. By the time you're in the Grey Cup game in Canada, you don't have the same team you started off.
No, everybody's in the
Yeah.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Coach. And what they've done though is just it's all about TV and the money.
Yeah.
Money.
And
Yeah, it's all about money.
to me, the other thing that's really wrong with the NFL is the commissioner is the he can suspend you and then he's on the appeal.
He's on the jury too.
Yeah, he's on the jury too.
Yeah.
He's the judge and the jury. and the NFLPA has no really say anymore like they did in the past.
Well, they do, because they could say we're not playing these games. If I was the president, I'd say, here's the deal: we're going to play whatever. We used to play 14, okay? Then we go to 16. Now we're going to 17. Then we're going to 8. Enough's enough. The body can. These people are trying to dismantle each other. You can't keep playing all these games.
And it's all about safety. All the rules are, though, Coach.
Oh yeah. Okay, now I got to finish up my board. Otherwise, Woody Anderson won't give us the big money. By the way, Woody, I sent you my direct deposit. Just go ahead and put it in. All right. I wrote down the Pats.
Yeah.
I wrote down May, the quarterback. End of story.
Yeah.
Keep watching him. I wrote down Colts, and the Colts got beat at the end.
That's right.
But Jones is the best. Indiana Jones is the best Jones has ever been. I wrote down Seattle. Okay, Donald, the guy that used to be at Minnesota.
That's right.
They had the highest. You got to remember this, because Wes will grin. They had the highest percentage of touchdowns in the red zone, and I thought, I'm going to find out why. They're the highest percentage of runs, 64% run. And what I don't like about offensive coordinators, they think a passing touchdown gets more points than a running touchdown.
Is that not the truth? Is that not the truth?
Did I not just speak the truth?
100%. That is the truth. They act like they get so. If you run the ball, they just turn around. If you throw a pass and you fake everybody out, they throw both hands up.
Mm-hmm.
It's the truth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does that only count for half a win for Seattle? Because they did beat Tennessee. That may be the worst NFL team I've seen since the late 70s.
And I said that was going to happen when they fired Vrabel.
Yeah.
That was the worst decision
that
Tennessee's made in a long time.
Tennessee's bad.
Well, is this Tennessee the old Houston Oilers?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
I think they'll be calling me up, Wes. They'll say,
I hope so.
They should.
They'll say, when Jerry and Wes were in Houston, everybody was afraid of us.
Yeah, they didn't want to play Houston
Everybody
Oilers.
wants to play us twice a year.
Well, if I think they'd play 4 times, they could. Well, they're just bad. They're just bad. I mean, they're not only bad. When Vrabel was there, they had one bad year.
Yeah,
he was.
Yeah.
They were so close.
Yeah,
and then they draft these quarterbacks that Vrabel didn't want to draft.
Yeah,
and
now look at
we are.
Look at the Patriots and look at the Titans right now.
Yes.
And here's the bad news for Alabama fans. When they introduce the Eagles players and they say their name in their school, where does the Eagles quarterback say? What school does he say?
Oklahoma, I think.
Does he say Oklahoma?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm disappointed. I want him to say multiple schools.
Yeah.
Because I still think of him as Alabama.
He's got a degree from Alabama.
Well, not only that, I lived in Oklahoma. God bless those people that live out there. That's tough living. I'm not going back. Okay. Oregon State job is open.
That's right.
So they're going to interview the head coach at Montana State. And the Montana State coach has a bye week for the playoffs. And I learned this from Montana. When the Montana coach went to UNLV, if you're at Montana State, you don't go to Oregon State because the winning has just flipped. Chances of winning aren't the same. Chances of Oregon State competing against Nike, would I say University of Nike? That's Oregon.
That's right.
And the great Bobby Houck left Montana, went to UNLV, and luckily got back to Montana. So I'm trying to educate everybody. Big bigger is not always better.
No.
Yeah.
You got to look at that schedule.
Yeah.
Right? You got to look at the schedule.
Think about schedule. I want to coach at Notre Dame. Notre Dame plays some good people, but they're loaded up with chocolate covered cream puffs. And they can beat Joe Bag of Donuts by 60, and everybody counts that. They beat Mary Poppins by 48, and everybody likes that. I don't like that. I don't think they're under the same eye as Alabama, Georgia. Oh, by the way, we didn't talk about Auburn. Is Alabama-Auburn this week?
Yes, sir. Yep. Saturday.
Now,
the Iron Bowl, Saturday night.
Okay. Now, I have not seen Auburn, so I can't
You're
comment
all right.
But my underground, take your hand underneath the table. Underground to Jerry Glanville, this is what they tell me. Auburn's defense could win the game. Are they that good on defense?
They are good.
Yeah.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
Well, that's the underground. Get underground. Wes, I can see you. Bend down, get underneath the table, look around, and somebody's going to whisper, Auburn's defense could win this. Do you believe it?
I do.
I think it's possible, yeah.
Yeah. I think they're that good.
I think, though, Coach, if Alabama plays like they're capable and Auburn plays as they're capable, Alabama wins.
Yeah.
Because they had the best quarterback. They had trouble with Pavia.
They did.
Yeah, and Pavia and I think Simpson are kind of – they're not exactly the same. Pavia's 5 years older than him, but I'm just kidding. These two
feels that way.
Yeah. But I think that Simpson can throw into those holes. And I think Simpson's wide receivers are a little better than Vanderbilt's as a whole. I tell you, the biggest improvement with Auburn is they started Auburn may have the best receiver in the country.
Yeah, Cam.
Yeah.
Cam Coleman.
And
Ohio State's got some good ones.
Yes, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Ohio State's and Cam Coleman. Go watch the tape of Cam Coleman's catches. He looks a lot like the guy at Ohio State.
There was a 2-point conversion that he caught at Vanderbilt.
That was unbelievable. I mean, he's made some unbelievable catches. You just pull it up on YouTube and watch him. He is the real deal. And they've done a better job of getting him the ball since they fired Hugh Freeze.
Okay, here's the last. Now, which one of you two watches Savannah Bananas?
I have. Yeah.
Okay, are you ready? I go to the church of what's happening now every Sunday. Next Sunday, K.J. Jackson, the third baseman of the Savannah Bananas, is going to do the preaching. I holler, amen, brother. Is this going to be a great service or what?
That'll be interesting.
He grew up here in Perrysburg, went to the church I go to as a kid in school, and now he's the third baseman for the. So they're coming to Cincinnati. Going to play in the Red Stadium.
Nice.
The cheapest ticket to see the Savannah Bananas is $270.
Isn't that crazy?
And sold out.
Yeah,
that is crazy.
Yeah, they're going into NFL stadiums and selling them out too.
I want you two, with your connections, to get us tickets to go see Savannah.
I actually know a couple of guys. Okay, I'll reach out to them. I'll be happy to for you, Coach.
Yeah,
and we'll go there. And if you wear your glove and the opponent for Savannah Bananas hits a ball into the stands and you catch it, that's
an out. Yeah, that's right.
You got to love it.
Coach, we've only got about a minute left before we're done. I did at least want to play you this quickly. Ryan Grubb was asked about his favorite side dish for Thanksgiving.
It's probably not a side dish, but I like pecan pie.
Pecan pie.
Where is he from? New York City?
He has to be. Pecan.
Number one, there's only one answer to that, and that's ambrosia.
You know?
If you're living in the Deep South on Thanksgiving or Christmas and you're not eating ambrosia, you need to get on a train and head to Chicago.
Amen. Amen. And it needs to be made by my great aunt.
A lot of truth in that.
By the way, pecan, That's what you take on a long car trip.
Exactly. That was the other issue I had right there, Coach. Was I can't thank you enough as always, Coach. It's always fun to talk with you, and happy Thanksgiving to you and your family, sir.
Same to y'all. And Wes, tell Woody Anderson, get us 2 more cop cars.
I'm ready to go, Coach.
Come on now.
All right. Adios.
Adios.
Pecan pie.
Yeah. I never heard of ambrosia. We just call it fruit salad. Yeah, I had to Google it.
Clearly, it hit a chord there for Brian Temple.
Yeah.
But no, ambrosia, if it's done the right way.
Oh, it's delicious.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, I used to love it.
But not.
Probably not a side dish, but I like pecan pie.
Pecan pie.
Pecan.
That's the demerit. That's the demerit.
That's a pecan pie. By the way, he was not asked about the California job. He evidently is a hot commodity for the Cal job in Ryan Croft.
It's early Black Friday at Woody Anderson Ford, and that means loads of incentives that make owning or leasing an award-winning Ford that much easier. Hello, I'm Don Wessels, and let's talk Ford owner loyalty first. If you currently own a Ford, you'll get a $1,500 bonus on 25 Bronco Sport and 25 Explorer, plus a $1,000 bonus on 25 F-150, no trade-in required. Happen to own